Oh man, where are the people?
We killed them and ate their livers.
Welcome to Brickwall Cinema. I'm your host, Chance, and today we have Sergio and Lola with us talking about the Madagascar trilogy. This is going to be a weird episode for us since we're going to try doing a bunch of movies at once. And if you guys like it, leave a comment in the section below.
Exactly. And make sure to emphasize the fact that this was Lola's idea. Like, if you like this idea, you should say, congratulations, Lola, in the comments. I'm sure Chance will love that. You should say exactly that.
All right, so let's start Madagascar 1. Do you want to start? You want to host this episode, Lola, since I feel like this is your idea?
Sure, whatever you like. I was just giving my life story.
Go ahead. Go.
But really, this movie is amazing. Every character, I don't care what anyone says. You're allowed to have your opinion, but every character is awesome. I love King Julian. I love Moore. I love Melman. I love Marty, Alex, Gloria. All of the penguins are awesome. If you don't know each of the penguins' names, I don't know what you've been doing, okay? Skipper is the leader. Rico is the wild card. Kowalski is his second in command. And Private, he's just a cute little guy who's kind of just there for the fun. But we love him. He's awesome.
Yay.
Yay! And I think it's really funny, especially Marty and Alex's dynamic throughout the movie, because they're like best friends, but then he especially gets really mad at Marty because it is partly Marty's fault that they're in this scenario that they're in. He's like, wow, Marty, you got us stuck on an island, but everyone else is kind of into it. And then Marty's like, guys, freedom! And they're all really excited and they're just having a good time. Besides Alex, he's kind of going through it. And, you know, he almost bit his friend. Well, actually, no, he did bite his friend's ass. That is something that didn't.
He also licked it.
I thought it was his ribs that he licked.
No, it's literally his ass. And one thing I love about these movies is they keep that bit throughout the whole movie. Like, if you watch the second bit, there's like a thing where Marty worries about his individuality as
He's saying you all look alike to me.
Exactly. Marty,
all you zebras look alike.
Marty is going through his individuality as a zebra, and then he gets mad at Alex because Alex confuses him with another zebra. And then near the end of the movie, he says, I know it's you. And then he looks at Marty's ass for the fight partner.
Okay. You want to go to initial reactions?
Yes.
All right, go
Sergio,
ahead.
wait, what was your reaction, Sergio, to the first Madagascar movie?
Let me think. I saw it when I was really young. So for me, it was during this time when I was watching a lot of Disney films because they were all animated and kid friendly for me back then. So for me, this felt different because I had a lot of that crude sort of like mean humor. And being a kid, I just kind of like went for that. And it was pretty funny to see this because when I immediately thought of animation, I immediately thought of Disney.
Ignore that.
So then just seeing this different kind of take on animated films during that time was pretty interesting. This was DreamWorks, right? This is DreamWorks?
Yeah,
this is DreamWorks.
It's a DreamWorks production.
How many movies did they come out by then? Were they still new, or was this when they were well on their way to being a big studio?
They're already a big studio at this point. This is like 2005, I believe. Studio. They already had Shrek. I think Shrek 2 came out before this movie. So they were well established.
Okay. All right. So what are we going to talk about first, or does Chance have to say?
I need to see my initial reactions.
Yeah, initial reactions right now.
Since I was also a kid when I first saw it, I don't remember jack shit from when I was a kid when I first saw it. All I can say is how I feel nowadays watching it. And I stand by the fact that this is my favorite trilogy from DreamWorks. I know there are other ones, but I don't care. It's my favorite. I think it's a lot funnier.
You are allowed your opinion.
You are fuming right now. I can already tell over the phone.
You're allowed your opinion. You know, some people choose certain movies as the best movies of the studio. But you know what? That's fine. It's fine. No.
Sound like you're not happy about my opinion about this, Lola.
No, I am. I think you should be happy with whatever one you choose, even though your opinion is wrong. But
Lola, you're terrible at covering your cough.
Stop. Horrible.
That's not how you do it. You're supposed to do it as you cough. You're not supposed to do it after you cough. It defeats the whole purpose of coughing. What you're doing is, that's terrible. That's what you're doing. You should do, that's terrible. like that. That's how you do it. That's how you cough.
For someone with all the wrong opinions, you have a awfully hard time telling everybody what should and shouldn't be correct. So I think you should think about that.
I'm not
But what
wrong.
about you, Sergio?
No. No, we're going back to this. I'm going to explain why Madagascar is the best trilogy from DreamWorks.
Oh.
Look. Every movie, everything is better. Shut up, Sergio. Everything is better. The humor, 10 times better each movie. And even the beginning, the first movie, nothing wrong with it. It's always funny. No jokes miss. And that's a rarity for every movie to be good. Everyone's consistent. How to Train Your Dragon, so the first 2 movies are really good. The third one, it's all right. Shrek, third one doesn't exist in my opinion. And what else is there? What other franchise that went past 3 movies in the DreamWorks universe?
Oh, you talking about DreamWorks?
Shrek went past the 3 movie mark. He had Shrek Happily Ever After, you dunce.
I just said Shrek.
No, you said Shrek 3. You didn't talk about
I'm
Shrek
talking about how
Happily
this is the
Ever
most
After.
consistent. This is the most consistent trilogy. And by consistent, I mean either it gets better or stays still and how funny it is. I think every movie gets better. So it's just going up the podium.
I think you're misunderstanding, Chance.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying.
I have no qualms with Madagascar.
Sound like you do.
love Madagascar.
Wait, what about Kung Fu Panda?
Exactly. That's my point. I'm just saying that I don't think it's the best.
The third and fourth movies were all right.
I'm just saying I don't think it's the best franchise out of everything DreamWorks has produced. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying this is the best trilogy. Trolls.
Okay.
Sir, did he really
I still don't think that's the best trilogy. You wouldn't like the opinion I have about Trolls because I really like Trolls. I watched all the Trolls TV shows.
I like Trolls too. I like Trolls. I'm just saying I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna bust my gut laughing at Trolls.
Exactly. You and I are 2 different people, Chance. So it makes sense.
Do you laugh a lot when you watch Trolls?
I love everything about Trolls. I love how everything looks like it's crocheted. I love all the bright colors.
I love the
like
animation in
how
it.
they break into song because I love musicals. I love all the Trolls' different designs.
Now look, Lola, I like Trolls. I almost call myself. I like Trolls. I'm just saying.
See, exactly.
Madagascar is for me. It's my type of humor. You want me to explain?
I don't think you need an explanation.
I think I need to explain because
I don't think you need to explain. All I'm saying is I don't think it's the best trilogy. They've literally made Shrek along with Puss in the Boots because
Puss in the Boots?
Puss in the Boots is because he is in that franchise and
that doesn't count.
And How to Train Your Dragon.
No.
Yes, Puss in Boots counts.
If it says the word Shrek in the title, then it counts in that franchise. I'm not counting the Puss in Boots movies. That's different. Yes, it's in the same universe, but I'm considering it as itself.
You know what, Chance? I think we're gonna have different opinions because you're a movie whore. Okay.
What did you just call me?
Oh my god! What the hell?
You're a movie whore.
That's the worst way to say that I like movies.
Yeah. Okay, you're a slut for movies.
That's even worse. Why are you using the slander towards me?
It's slang. People say that all the time. Like
no one calls someone a movie whore or a movie slut. I gotta close my window. I have my windows open. I can't be yelling this out in public.
Yeah, you should probably
shut up. Hold on.
Sergio, haven't you heard somebody say before, like, I'm a slut for cookies? Like something along those lines. That's slang.
Actually,
I'm not saying that literally.
I'm back.
Fuck a movie.
I think people have said that in the more raunchy movies that Chances showed me, like Bottoms, I think.
Exactly. And now he's acting like I'm the crazy one.
You call me a movie slut and whore.
Because you really like
for
movies.
liking Madagascar.
Because I'm saying you really like movies. You're a film major, Chance.
It's unrelated. I like this as a person, not as a movie critic or anything. I just like this as a movie, as a guy, as a person that likes movies. I just watched it. Shut up! No.
You know what? I think I'm gonna skip over whatever Chance is getting into now, and Sergio, ask you, who is your favorite character and why?
In which from
Madagascar,
the Madagascar franchise.
No,
who's your favorite?
Yeah, the trilogy. No, not the franchise. The trilogy.
The trilogy?
Okay,
make it easier.
I think it would have to be Skipper.
Skipper. That's a good one. Why Skipper?
In the first movie, I think my favorite part of that entire movie, which has been memed almost to death, is him giving orders to everyone as they're trying to take over the ship. And he says, like, status, it's no use, Skipper. I don't know the codes. Don't give me excuses. Give me results.
Skipper, I don't know the codes.
Don't give me excuses. Give me results.
Yeah, Skipper is awesome.
Yeah.
He's dirty.
I just like how like they constantly like he constantly gives out orders and you get the feeling he doesn't know what he's talking about, but then everyone else knows what he's talking about, so you're like confused on whether like they're actually elite ops or they just like really lucky bastards. Because that's the whole feeling I got throughout the first movie. It's like I've never seen it the first time. And I'm like, these guys are good, but they're idiots.
They're good, but they're idiots. It's crazy.
And I've never seen the second movie, and I was like, I just like seen them working on the plane with the apes, and then the whole union scene that was my favorite. And then when Skipper,
the union.
Where are you giants from?
We're from New York, and we.
All hail the New York Giants.
Personally, I think my favorite characters have always been Marty and King Julian. I just love like what a party animal King Julian is, and he's such a diva. Like everything he said, he's like, "Oh my God, shut up! You're so annoying."
I'm like, okay.
He just does whatever he wants, and I respect that.
We're just trying to find out where the people are. So if you could.
What big teeth you have. Man.
Shame on you, Maurice. Can you not see that you have insulted the freak?
I just feel like he was annoying in the first movie.
You know,
A little bit.
really?
Yes.
it's okay. Your opinion's just wrong. That's okay.
No,
I thought he was-
because
Yes, you're.
Sorry.
what?
You know
Go
what?
ahead, Sue. What were you gonna
Cam?
say?
I just
What were
think
you gonna say, Sergio?
you're Maurice, and me and Sergio are King Julian. Like we love Maurice, but sometimes your opinions are just wrong.
I did get happy when I saw him almost die in the car in the third movie. So
What? What the heck, Sergio? Talk about your opinion. I'm done with chances.
No, I'm not done yet. Wait, no, I didn't even get to explain
Yes.
why I like King Julian. This isn't fair.
Yes.
This episode's not fair. You're not letting me speak my feelings.
You gotta let me express my feelings. You gotta let me fly like a peacock.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
No, you don't get to. Your flying rights have been revoked.
No.
Damn.
You're on the no-fly list.
This is
Wings have
bullshit.
been
No, I'm gonna
clipped.
tell you how I feel about King Julian. God damn it! So King Julian got on my nerves. He was he just won't stop talking and being annoying. I get this as character, so I gave it some leeway because I know that's his character. I get that. Sacha Baron Cohen did a great job voicing his character. He was funny at some points in the movie, but that was it. A few points, but he's in the whole movie.
What is wrong with you?
I'm not done yet.
Everything
Okay.
you're saying is wrong, but continue.
Don't.
I also want to say that I like to move a movie scene. I understand why it's in the movie. I do like it because of the context. Because in other contexts, you might be wondering, why are these lemurs singing this song? Like, how do they know the song in the first place? But
What do you
Sergio,
mean?
you might
It's
know
their
why.
song.
But
Canonically, it's their song within the movie.
Yes.
it's not. It's an actual song that exists. So
No, it's an
Okay,
actual song.
but canonically within the movies, it's their song.
no, let me finish.
King Julian's song.
Baby, let me finish, please. Thank you. So what I was saying was the plane that crashed early that you see that crash in Madagascar, there's a rumor that the pilot had a mixtape of that song on there, a workout mix. That's why the lemurs know the song.
So wait, why are you asking me? Why do I think they?
I thought you might know this because you look at all these theories and rumors and all this stuff from movies. I thought you might know this.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you know this, or you?
I've heard about these theories, but I never heard this specific one.
It makes more sense than why are you just singing I like to move it out of nowhere. Like, how
Okay,
do
you're
they know the
questioning
song?
you're questioning the logic of an animated movie with people with dancing lemurs.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Oh, and I want this moment to bring up a question I asked earlier about what kind of species the penguins are.
Mhm.
I've tried looking at it. There are no penguins that are that small, or at least none that I know of. If anyone knows about any penguins that are actually that small, please let me know.
Really?
Why are you so fixated
Aren't
on
there-
penguins? And why do you want them
aren't
to
there
do research
small
for you?
penguins? There are small penguins.
No, I know there are Delhi penguins, but they're not that small.
What?
Yeah, Delhi
To
penguins.
be
They're
honest,
like
I've never thought much about the penguin type. I just thought they were framed as small because they're against like really big creatures. Like Melman's a legit giraffe, and Marty's a zebra, Alex is a lion, and Gloria's a hippo. They're
Yeah.
significantly bigger than penguins would be. That's what I
yeah, during the movie, I was watching it, and then the scene where they sneak into the captain's office, you can see his flipper almost like you can see the flipper based on the flipper. He's about the same size as his head, which means that they're that size. And I'm thinking, like, wait a second, there's no penguins that are that small, are there?
Well,
I
aren't
tried-
they Gentoo penguins?
Gentoo penguins?
Yeah, Gentoo penguins.
Gen-
Because they're definitely not king penguins. And originally, I thought they were Adelie penguin.
Yeah, Adelie penguins are small, but they're not that small. They're almost as tall as like a young emperor penguins. How do you spell Gentoo, by the way?
Gentoo, it's Gentoo. But the one that look like most is the Adelie one.
Oh yeah, they look like the Adelie ones, which is why I was questioning it, because I remember penguins from like, especially like from Happy Feet, they are not that small. So I was like, wait, is this just like done because the character designs look like that? Then I tried to looking it up, but I didn't see any.
Or maybe they could be brush-tailed penguins. Or maybe they're just really very rare little penguins, also known as fairy penguins, which are the smallest breed of penguins.
Oh, that would make sense. But the thing is, they wouldn't make sense because in the Penguins movie, they actually show them with a bunch of other penguins that are all around the world.
Then I'm not sure. Okay. You know, one thing I really like throughout these movies is the fact that they actually talk about how their lives are really short. Like when Marty says,
I'm 10 years old. My life is half over. And I don't even know if I'm black with white stripes or white with black stripes.
Like, he actually talks about the fact that 10 years old in zebra years is like supposedly really old. That
is true. But then it also brings up the thing like, are they like middle age because they act very young?
I assumed they were supposed to be like, or early 20s. Because he said half his life. So I'm assuming early 20s, late 30s.
Wait, how long do zebras live for?
Are you looking this up, Sergio? Dude.
Yes.
We don't have time to be looking up every question about penguins or zebras or how old they are.
You should have thought about that. You should have thought about that before you decided to do the entire trilogy, which is going to take over an hour. So let me do this.
Exactly. Let him have fun.
This shit is going to make it longer.
National Geographic.
Okay, so a zebra's average lifespan is 25 years.
So it wasn't wrong.
There.
Kind of.
Done. There. See, you happy?
Not really. I'm not kind of happy. I didn't want this in the first place, so why would I be happy?
Because you're the one who said we should do this, which is obviously I'm going to do stuff because we had the entire time to do this.
Just fuck. God. Okay. Do you have any other notes about Madagascar 1, Lola, Sergio? Wait, why am I saying this, Lola? You're hosting this, Lola. You tell us.
You said that, but then I assumed you went back to being the host because then you said, what are your guys' thoughts?
I'm instinctive. I'm sorry. It's instinctive for me now. We've been doing this for over 80 episodes.
Okay. Some things I like. For one, the animation. I like how they animate the New York scene. Like all the buildings and the light. I love how I really love the jokes in this movie. Like how he says, wow, look at the 1 star tonight. I bet you don't see that in the wild. Even though the wild has better stars because you can see everything.
And it was a helicopter. It wasn't even a star.
It wasn't even a star. That was so funny.
Even the star's out. Not gonna find a star like that in the wild.
Helicopter.
Okay, I do love the animation on this movie a lot because it's different from other DreamWorks movies. Like with Shrek, they're trying to be more realistic. With Shark Tale, they're trying to be more like
cartoonish.
Not cartoonish, more like realistic with the fish and how they look. And try to make it look more like the actors that they're playing with. But with Madagascar, they try doing something completely different where it's more zany, cartoonish animation where they can contort their bodies in a way or stay in the air if they're really pissed off and start throwing things at you while staying in the air. Like the crazy frenetic animation you'll have like in the 90s with old Cartoon Network shows. That's what it sort of gave me a vibes of, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a point in the movie where you see Marty, Marty running, Alex running to
Gloria Melman, Marty Gelman, Gloria, Marty Melman, Marty Gelman.
Alex running to Marty, and when he's running, chasing after him, he's saying, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna clone you, and I'm gonna kill you again. And like you see him running around, and he's like jumping in the air and like pointing him while like suspended in the air for a good like 5 seconds. It was amazing.
Come here! Whoa! Wait, calm down.
Like, I love that.
Marty and Alex is just you and Sergio.
That is true.
But who's who?
Just you and Sergio.
Who's who?
Well, in this scene right here.
I can't bullshit on that because Sergio doesn't even want to get out of his fucking house to go to Anaheim, which is like 30 minutes away from his house.
It is not 30 minutes away. It's over an hour.
Bullshit.
What?
I ain't go over to the house over 30 minutes.
You took me there.
No traffic. No traffic.
It goes over 3 hours.
3 hours to stay there. We're in Knott's Berry Farm. It's going to take more than 3 hours.
That's not in Anaheim.
Yes, it is.
I feel like you would be Marty and then Sergio would be Alex, but it would differentiate between the two movies. I feel like you're Marty in this instance because you're just trying to live out your life, explore yourself. And Alex is like, no. Sergio would be like, no, we're good where we're at.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could see that. To that perspective, yes. Except for the one scene where they're running through the forest, I feel like I would be Marty in the head and Chance would be in the back because of his asthma mostly.
Wow. Screw you too, Sergio. Screw your ADD. I'll make fun of something you have.
Says the man who has ADHD.
I have all the D's. I got ADHD, ADD, IEHP.
What?
I want everybody to know and understand what Chance just said. I have all the D's.
No. No. You know what I mean? Madagascar. Yes. Anyway, so Madagascar.
Hey, Chance.
There's a part of no.
Chance.
No.
Chance.
Lola, can I get to my notes?
I just want to ask you a question. Chance.
No, Lola, Sergio. Chance. Lola, please, let's go to our notes. Babe, please host us and go to our notes. Let us go to our notes.
Okay. These nuts. All right. What are your notes, guys? Let's compare and contrast.
I thought it was weird when Marty said it's like a puffy party.
I don't remember him saying that. A puffy,
puffy party?
Yes.
I thought he said something. I thought he said Diddy.
No, it's the same. It's the same person. It's the same person.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that it's his actual name.
It's like a Diddy party.
Yes. When they first see the lemurs dancing to I Like to Move It, he's like, it's like a puffy party.
California animals. Dude.
This is like a puppy party.
I like to move it.
Yes. Okay.
There he is.
You see?
Okay. So somebody said it. It just wasn't Melman. It was Marty.
I said Marty.
Oh, I heard you say Melman. My bad. But all right. So Marty said it's like a puffy party.
Wait, why do you say puffy party?
Puffy, it was also a name of Diddy. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Puffy.
Oh, yeah. But why he said Puffy, though? I guess it's just my question, like, why he said
Same
Puffy
thing.
instead of what he was known as back then.
He's called all the names. He was called Love at one point. Brother Love.
Ew.
But yeah.
All right. Chance and Sergio, what are your favorite scenes?
When Alex, Melman, and Gloria are trying to catch up to Marty after he left the zoo.
Hello? Get me missing animals! And hurry! We've got a lost zebra, probably on the way to Connecticut by now, and we're gonna need... Wait a second. We can't call the people. What the...
I was wondering about that. Like, I remember in the second movie how they go into like this whole ritual fight pit thing.
Hop! It's hop, shuffle, ball change, hip swish, turn around.
And then I think back to this, I'm like, Alex is incredibly strong for a lion who has never fought before.
Yeah.
But they don't show that a whole. They don't show that a whole lot besides just this one scene.
What's next, Lola?
Well, did Sergio already talk about his favorite scene?
Oh yeah, I talked about it before when I was talking about the penguins, like how Skipper's my favorite character because I just like seeing him like giving orders to them when they're at the captain's brig as they're trying to hack the boat.
Right. Let me think. And shut him up!
Well, if anyone doesn't have any other notes, we could move on to Madagascar 2.
Okay, let's go to Madagascar 2.